The NBA has reportedly rejected Warner Bros. Discovery's rights proposal, suggesting they did not match the terms of the Amazon Prime Video deal. How will this impact AEW's media rights negotiations with WBD? We'll let you know all of the details on that. Plus, an update on the contractual status of both Buddy Matthews and Malakai Black. How long do either of them have left on their AEW deals? And has Matthews reportedly signed a new contract with the company? Damian Priest opens up on the now infamous botch and Money in the Bank whilst he was defending his World Heavyweight Championship against Seth Rollins. The Royal Rampage returns this week on Rampage, with the winner receiving a world title opportunity at AEW Grand Slam. Pat McAfee announces that he's going to be returning to ESPN College Game Day. MJF refuses a rematch against Will Ospreay, and a Ring of Honor Pure Championship match is announced for Friday's Death Before Dishonor event. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off talking about the NBA and their media rights negotiations. Seemingly, they are done with Warner Bros. Discovery. And what does this mean when it comes to All Elite Wrestling? Well, the news this evening is that the NBA has officially rejected Warner Bros. Discovery, with the league saying in a statement that it will not accept WBD's offer to match the rights package that the league cut with Amazon. They said, quote, Warner Bros. Discovery's most recent proposal did not match the terms of Amazon Prime Video's offer, and therefore we have entered into a long-term arrangement with Amazon, the NBA said in a statement. Quote, throughout these negotiations, our primary objective has been to maximize the reach and accessibility of our games for our fans, the statement continued. Our new arrangement with Amazon supports this goal by complementing the broadcast, cable, and streaming packages that are already part of our new Disney and NBC Universal arrangements. All three partners have also committed substantial resources to promote the league and enhance the fan experience. We are grateful to Turner Sports for its award-winning coverage of the NBA and look forward to another season of the NBA on TNT, end quote. Now, the decision by the NBA came just 2 days after WBD told the league that it would be exercising its matching rights for Amazon's $1.8 billion bid. Amazon's deal is a streaming-only package, while the WBD's TNT Sports televises the game on TNT and also streams them on Max. Now, the specific details of WBD's match offer were not immediately available, but a source said that the company had secured a letter of credit that would cover what is believed to be a $5.4 billion upfront payment that Amazon agreed in its deal. The league had months of drawn-out negotiations with current and potential rights partners, with WBD ultimately unable to reach a new deal in its exclusive negotiating window. Disney will remain the NBA's partner for the A package, including the NBA Finals. The NBA also found new rights partners in the form of NBC Sports, which is in line to get the B package for around $2.5 billion per year, and Amazon for the C package. Now, what happens next is not entirely clear. WBD could still try to sue the league. Many had expected this to go the legal route, arguing that by rejecting its matching rights is in breach of the contract, while the league will likely argue, as its statement indicated, that WBD could not offer a package that is comparable to what Amazon had on the table. Now, as far as how does this affect AEW, well, it has been speculated that not only will an AEW-WBD media rights deal be announced after all of this situation has concluded with regards to the NBA, but also, depending on what happens with the NBA, there may be a lot or not a lot of money available for an AEW media rights deal. If this goes ahead as now expected, as the league wants, which is Warner Bros. Discovery losing the NBA, it would suggest possibly there could be more money available for an AEW media rights deal. However, as many would argue, that could mean that less people are watching the Turner networks. Therefore, the price actually may come down because people won't be watching the networks as often. What do you think happens regarding all of this? How do you think this NBA media rights deal is going to affect the upcoming media rights deal with the WBD as well as AEW? Let me know your thoughts about it, your reactions in the comments section below. Now, a bit of an update when it comes to contracts in AEW. This week, Ibo from Wrestle Purist noted that Buddy Matthews was staying with the company and that Malakai Black had a short amount of time left on the deal. The claim internally from AEW was that Matthews' deal would have to needed to be extended quite a while back, which is something that Ibo had alluded to. Now, it was not specified to Fightful Select if this was a new contract or if option years were picked up. At one point, there was internal discussion that AEW did have option years on Matthews. Now, those that Fightful Select spoke to believe that whether he was re-signed or option years were picked up, it would have been decided quite a while back, suggesting that this actually isn't really any new news. Now, Black's deal is even more confusing as he signed with AEW in the summer of 2021. Now, there was public debate over the length of his contract quite a while back when AEW President and CEO Tony Khan said publicly in 2022 that he had nearly 5 years left on Malakai's deal. Later that year, Fightful had reported that there was a conditional aspect of it that could reduce the amount of time Malakai was actually there. Now, those in the company are of the belief that Black's deal goes towards the end of the year, and at one point there were 2 option years applied. Now, Fightful haven't confirmed that is still the case, but Khan is on record saying in 2022 that Malakai has, quote, almost 5 years left on his deal. If we get any more details, we'll let you know in a future video, but what do you think happens with either man? Do you think that Buddy Matthews stays in AEW? Do you think Malakai Black eventually stays in AEW? Do you think they both go back to WWE? What do you think happens regarding all of this? Let me know your thoughts about that one too. Now, speaking of WWE, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest has addressed a major botch from his match against Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. Priest has reigned as the World Heavyweight Champion since WrestleMania 40, defending the title against the likes of Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, and most recently, Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. During his match with Rollins, a major botch took place where the referee held up the 3 count while Rollins had Priest covered, with fans believing that Priest simply forgot to kick out. In an interview with the New York Post, Priest addressed the botch, noting that there was a situation that caused it, but he and everyone else is okay. He said, quote, "The idea that I forgot to kick out, that's not a thing. We don't forget to kick out. 20 years in, I'm pretty sure there is some kind of muscle memory there, so me forgetting was not the case. There was nothing outside that was supposed to happen. It was a matter of there was a situation, but I'm okay. Everybody's fine. The story continues. It doesn't affect anything. The show goes on, and I think fans are very invested in everything that's going on. The ones that matter knew the situation, and nobody thought twice about it. It was move on." So, Priest says move on, but what do you think he means by a situation? Thankfully, he is okay, but if we get any more details as to what actually happened there, we'll of course let you know in an upcoming video. Now, the Royal Rampage is back this Friday on AEW Rampage. AEW is set to invade Nashville, Tennessee this week for the annual Blood and Guts edition of AEW Dynamite. With the Elite and Team AEW set to do battle inside 2 rings surrounded by a steel cage, all of the wrestlers performing on the show will have an extra ring to work with during their matches, including those performing on the episode of AEW Rampage that will be taped after Dynamite concludes. Keeping with the tradition of getting the most out of both rings on Rampage, AEW President Tony Khan took to social media to confirm that fans will see the return of the Royal Rampage match this Friday. To make things even more interesting for all the participants in this year's match, Khan also announced that the winner will receive a shot at the AEW World Championship during the Grand Slam edition of Dynamite this September. Now, the match works in a similar way to how WWE's Royal Rumble match plays out, with 20 AEW stars entering at staggered intervals as they aim to throw their opponents over the top rope. However, 10 wrestlers will be assigned to one ring, while the other 10 are assigned to the second ring. Once each ring has one man left standing, they will attempt to dump each other out of the ring until one combatant remains. The Royal Rampage first appeared in 2022, where the House of Black's Brody King picked up the victory by last eliminating Darby Allin to earn a shot at Jon Moxley's interim AEW World Championship the next week on Dynamite. Darby Allin would then go one step further and win the 2023 match by eliminating Swerve Strickland, earning a shot at Luchasaurus' TNT Championship at All Out later that year. Now, a bit of an update when it comes to Pat McAfee. His WWE future may have just got a little bit more complicated. Pat McAfee is returning to ESPN's College Game Day. McAfee announced the news on the July 24th episode of The Pat McAfee Show, which opened with a special video message from McAfee that included highlights of his time on College Game Day. He said, quote, "When my contract came up, after living a dream alongside that crew that is just as talented off camera as they are on camera, I thought long and hard. Am I the right person to be doing this incredible incredible gig. There are millions and millions of people that would love to be sitting in my seat. Am I the right guy for it? Is this what I want to do? The only thing that kept coming back to me is hell fucking yeah. I'm lucky, I'm honored, I'm humbled, I'm grateful, and I'm back, McAfee said. McAfee then confirmed that he was returning to College Game Day. He said he was looking forward to August 24th, and he aimed to be part of the greatest year of college football of all time. During the show, McAfee went on to discuss his return to College Game Day and the circumstances surrounding it. He said, quote, "I am returning to College Game Day, and although I don't want to make a big deal out of it, I know it's a big effing deal that it's happening. There was some drama, obviously, that started lingering. We had chatted about it, conversation was taking place, then some lawyer at ESPN tried to be a super genius. I ended up being a free agent, and it was a real moment of looking in the mirror and saying, am I the right person for this job?" Obviously, the Athletic poll came out last year. I think it was like 50% of the people were like, get this guy the hell off College Game Day. I'm a College Game Day fan. I enjoyed waking up on Saturday mornings and watching the show that propels us into college football Saturday and inevitably into NFL Sunday. So for those people to have a terrible morning because of my existence, it was certainly something that weighed very heavy on this here dumbass sports stooge's heart. That's for real, brother, because we have a show Monday through Friday. Obviously, it's 3 hours every single day. We're lucky to do it. We create it, we produce it. There are 0 people from journalism school here. We are kind of doing our own thing, but it's a lot of work. I'm my agent, I'm my own representative, I'm my own strategizer, I'm my own schemer, along with the great boys that I have working here. So it's a lot of effort Monday through Friday. Saturday mornings used to be my only time that I was really able to sleep in and get a rest. Then, when you get offered the opportunity to join College Game Day, you can't say no to that. You're talking about one of the greatest shows in the history of television. You're telling about one of the greatest shows in the history of sports media. McAfee continued by highlighting how he fell in love with college football and had a great time doing the show. He pointed out how he was heavily criticized throughout his first run on the show, but he ultimately decided he wanted to return. Quote, "Whenever I got there, I fell in love with it. How could you not? The entire pageantry of college football is on display for 3 hours before the games even start. Millions and millions of people are watching it every single Saturday. So I took it as a great honor. I was very lucky. I was very thankful to be there. I enjoyed every single stop that we made, every college town that we stopped through. The conversations alongside everybody at the desk and the people that work behind the camera are just as cool and talented as the people that are on camera. So it was like a part of their family. But did I want to continue to ruin these people's Saturdays? Did I maybe want to sleep in on a Saturday morning during a football season with my baby girl? And she's continuing to grow and evolve. She's going to grow, so do I want to be away? It was an actual decision that was based on, not on my love of college football, because obviously I fell in love with it, not because of my love of the people at College Game Day. I enjoy the shit out of those people that are part of that entire family, but mostly because do I want to sign up to hear in my mentions how terrible of a person I am by people who will never understand the type of human I am? Is that what I want to sign up for? We're doing okay everywhere else. Every time I thought about it, I was like, I get the opportunity to do this. I still get the opportunity to do this. I need to do this. I think we can put together that conversation to bed. I'm excited about this. To that lawyer, you're a genius, buddy. You did great. Caused a lot of shit, but ultimately, in the end, the stooge in a USA tank top, and if I would have had jorts on, could work you every time in that negotiating table. Just remember that. To all you journalists that are talking about it, I'd love to sit in a room with you one-on-one and see how it ends up. But to the college football fans, thank you for embracing me and my stupidity, and I can't wait to get back on the road with the entire crew on Saturdays throughout the fall. Now, when it comes to all of this, of course, it does put everything up in the air when it comes to WWE. Now, due to the College Game Day schedule, McAfee stepped away from WWE initially in 2022, aside from making occasional appearances. He later returned to the company in January of this year and has been a part of the Raw commentary team with Michael Cole. It is not clear how his return to College Game Day will impact his role with WWE. Now, MJF faced off against Will Ospreay last week on AEW Dynamite, and he doesn't plan on wrestling Ospreay again. On the July 17 edition of AEW Dynamite, MJF captured the AEW International Championship from Will Ospreay, defeating him just seconds before the 60-minute time limit expired. This was Ospreay's first ever singles loss on AEW television and only his second loss in company history. During a new interview with the Wrestling Classic, MJF said there is no reality that he will face Ospreay again. He said, quote, "Why would I wrestle a guy I beat so handedly? I literally beat him in record time. I mean, yeah, if somebody tries to pitch that to me, there is no reality that match is happening again. I beat him. I now have this title. I'm going to make this title mean more than any title that exists in all of professional wrestling. So he's saying that Ospreay versus MJF2 is not going to happen. And finally, a Ring of Honor Pure Championship match has been announced for this Friday. Wheeler Yuta, of course, returned to the ring in June after being sidelined with an injury, competing on AEW TV alongside his Blackpool Combat Club teammates. He resumed duties as the Ring of Honor Pure Champion on the July 4th episode of ROH Honor Club when he faced Lee Moriarty in a proving ground match where if Moriarty won, he would have automatically earned a shot at Yuta's championship. While this match ended in a time limit draw, Tony Khan has confirmed that Moriarty will challenge for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship at Friday's Death Before Dishonor show. So that match is now set for this coming Friday. But there you go, guys. That's the latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.